Oh, we're live, ladies and gentlemen. We got I don't even know what to call this. We got a friendly thumb battle.
What
We got two
the hell you
two
trying to say?
crew when crew members play each other, it ain't really a game. You know what I'm saying? Not in this day and time. Like back in the day when two crew members played each other, they were out for blood trying to prove that they was the best in the crew, right? But now
Yeah,
these in this day and time, these guys get out here and play patty cake, and then you don't know which one of the guys you're gonna be playing in the next round because whoever has the best chance to win the game will probably be playing the game. But that's a good defensive play right there in this choreographed dance off.
I mean that's call it what it is. That's exactly what it is. And if you think the VA Dobson isn't going to be the one to advance, then I got some real estate to sell you.
Yeah. In the time where we say, hey, buddy, it doesn't matter who wins, as long as we both split a little bit, get a little bit of paper in our pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Here you go.
Philly, you got the better chance, the better team to win in the next round. You go ahead and win it, and you just break me off a little bit of that paper. You know what I'm saying? I got you, Brian James. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean it's low key a scrimmage, and that's okay. That's okay because if you're scouting, you know there really isn't much for you to view.
Yeah.
But it's better than the Monday Night Football game, unless you like watching Bijan Robinson go off.
Yeah, unless you like watching that kind of thing. Bijan is definitely having a day.
Yeah, he's having a day. My fantasy football league is over and done with. He wasn't on my team
already?
anyway.
Already?
Oh yeah. We wrapped it up because you know how some teams, you know, they sit players and everything else like that. So,
Yeah.
You know, and I came in third. I was projected to come in dead last, but I came in third overall. So I'm a little bit, you know, not pleased, but I'm a little bit surprised by the outcome.
Wide open man.
Yeah, didn't have numbers on the left side.
Nah.
So
Oh man. So how's your college football season been this year, man? How's your experience been?
in D1,
Yeah. Oh, I got some breaking news for you, man. I've discussed some matters with Blaze. And if you catch or feel your opponent is in your stream, you can cut off your stream.
ooh, that is no. That is too much, too little, too late.
Yeah, so he said you can. Well, he said tell Philly he doesn't have to stream next season. So you don't even have to worry about streaming Philly. So
I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
you worry about it. You feel the guys in your stream, you ain't got to worry about it.
Because you know how I felt about that. So I'm just surprised. Like, how did this come to pass?
It was
Because when I beat USC, you were asking me how my season was. It was great because I beat USC and I was able to win that coveted trophy. But I wasn't in their stream.
Didn't you say didn't you say the trophy was a dildo?
No, I did not.
Oh, I thought you said you said it was a weird shaped trophy. He's like,
I said it looked like one.
oh,
but I
okay.
didn't
So you
say
said
it
you
wasn't.
giving out dildos for winning those championships and the rivalry games.
I don't work for the NCAA, so I can't even speak to that.
That was weird.
But
That was a weird project. There's no, even when you win, you lose with that type of trophy.
I think so. I mean, I think we talked about this, and I was just like, I don't know how it was decided, you know, to go with that particular form, that shape. You know, it's not ideal.
The shape.
Not ideal.
All right, well, we got a 21-7 Texas lead right now. Number 3 Texas.
Yeah, and this ain't gonna change.
No, it's not. It's not gonna change.
And you know, this is what happens when you're in a crew, like you said. You know, modern day crew. You know, you pay your league. And when I'm saying league, your crew. You know, your crew league. You pay your league fees, your dues, or whatever. And if you get in a situation like this, I'm sure there's a percentage. You know, I'm sure it's all calculated. It's a
Man,
percentage.
man, this is what it is, man. That's what it is. So look, we got some interesting takes. Um, we had Sprint put his team. Wow. Had Sprint put his team up for purchase today, resale, after losing his game. I guess he's fielding offers right now on who exactly he wants to give his team or contemplating whatever he's doing. In my opinion, he's been having much more success in Madden. I mean, as far as playing wise, I feel like he's a better player in Madden. But
and we've seen that. We've seen some of the guys just tap out in college so that they can focus their energy on Madden.
Yeah.
But Madden is it's at that tricky point. It's at that tricky point right now because the NFL playoffs are almost here, and the spotlight is going to be on Madden. I'm pretty sure they're working right now as we speak to put the 6-7 celebration in the game, and make the game a lot more fun.
I'm gonna say this right now. I've been having way more fun with Madden than I've been having with college. But that could be because I got my Titans. We got Cam Ward. I'm playing with my Titans, playing with Cam Ward, and it's fun. You know what I mean? College is a little more erratic. You know what I mean? When it comes to the gameplay, it's like you never know what you're gonna get. Numbers may say something, players may say something else on the field, and
and that is the part. That is the part right there. Because even in Madden, sometimes when the numbers, look like they should favor you, they don't. But it's completely different than how it works in college.
Yeah. Like when something goes wrong, you can kind of say, okay, I kind of know what to do to rectify the situation. You know what I'm saying? But and sometimes you can't even explain what the hell's happening on this game. But like nonetheless, we got a 21-14 game right now, and Memphis Doug is fighting nonetheless.
Yeah, but I mean,
at some point, Philly, you want to be the alpha. You want to be that dude. You want to say, you know what? Dimes had a good run. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the guy.
I don't think it works.
No, but maybe not as toxic. But what I'm saying is just at some point in the crew, you say, he's good, but I'm better. I know I'm better. I can do it. I can do this. I can beat this guy. He's not the best.
Yeah, but I think that's the price of admission is, you sign up, and I don't know if anybody's seen Sons of Anarchy, but there's levels to this. You start off as a crow eater.
Then sometimes you just want your pie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you gotta work your way up. But if I look at this game and I see that Texas has 150 plus rushing yards, I know this game isn't real because Texas don't run the ball like that. That's just not what they do. This is not.
Wow. He beat him to the sideline and cut it up on him.
He did, but I will say that Florida State touchdown, that was more impressive. He dropped it in his space, and then he was able to, cut a little bit in the open field.
Just keep in mind, there are literally two guys on the field on Texas that don't have stars under their feet. This will let you know what this guy's up against. This guy's up against hell. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, you can say that, but based on not what we're seeing today, but based on what happens next.
Yeah, what happens next?
Is there a team out there that you feel that can match up against these Longhorns?
I'm not gonna say team wise, but I feel like player wise, the player that has the skill set to match up. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the skill set is what it takes to match up. You know what I'm saying? I like Scotty. I like Scotty's skill set. But at the end of the day, Dimes is paying more attention to Scotty than Scotty is paying attention to Dimes. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into situations like that, then it's like, okay, I'm aware, but I'm not too aware that this guy's aware of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, in all fairness to Scotty, he's just gonna play his game. Like,
No,
he
no, no.
does, he doesn't really.
He's going to play his game. But the thing about Dimes, Dimes watches everybody's streams.
He does.
He watches everybody's streams. He probably records things that needs to be recorded to go back and study and do whatever it needs to win when it's time to play in these meaningful games, right? And it's like by now, if you play, we've been around Dimes long enough to know that that's what he's gonna do. That's what he's capable of. But on the other hand, you got the other side of the coin where you have Scotty, who sometimes ignorance is bliss. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes not knowing what you're up against or not really caring what you're up against or just not having the wherewithal what you're up against. It plays in your favor because you throwing haymakers, you're playing with a different type of confidence, and you're just playing free. You know what I mean? Opposed to overthinking certain plays. So, we'll see how that matches up. But it's looking like it's gonna be Dimes.
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that he's gonna advance past this game. And I think to your point that ultimately that's what you want to do. You want to play your game. You want to play your style, because as the great Mike Tyson once said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
So, there's definitely a lot to say about the matchup itself in terms of personnel, because let's say that Scotty comes with a particular formation or some route combinations that he is very successful with, and it's stuff that Dimes may have to make a lot of adjustments, or he may have to guess a little bit. It'll give him a chance to get things going, but for whatever reason, when people play Dimes, they really seem to want to hit the home run. And for some reason, it's this allure that hitting that home run is going to somehow break him. And very rarely, with the exception of the college game last season, when Dime should have lost.
Yeah.
And didn't. So I just wonder, what we're going to see strategically. Just style of play. Are we going to see some wrinkles? Or are we going to see, some things that take advantage of matchups? Like, make it interesting.
Yeah. So we got the offseason coming up after these playoff games. What are you looking forward to most in the offseason, Philly?
I think getting some more personnel to fit the playbook that we're running right now. We know that it's a successful playbook.
Have you been recruiting?
Yeah, we have.
Have you got a player that's 90 speed or better?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, right now speed isn't the issue. I just feel that I wasted a lot of time, trying to run the playbook that I've been running, and the game has been tweaked, and it's not as effective as it used to be, and that's fine. Everybody has to adjust. They have to adapt. I got a new playbook. I like the way that it's executing, but you gotta get the right personnel in to run your scheme. And so we're working on that. Offensively, that's what we need.
Ooh-wee. So let's see. 28-14 ball game. Dimes up. He'll more than likely be playing Scotty in the next round. It'll be a rematch of what was the season 1 championship?
I believe so.
No, season 2 championship. Scotty was able to win though.
That's right. This is season 3.
Yeah, it's season 3. Man, we're going to season 4.
Okay.
So that being said, it's gonna be time. It's gonna be time to. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, it's the off season. It's time to build these teams up." Listen, this is the last season. We had the seniors leave, we had the juniors leave, the sophomores are leaving. All we got left is freshmen, the freshmen in the portal. You know what I mean? All that's gonna be moving around are those freshmen in the portal. All the rest of those players are gone. You got freshmen, and you got a bunch of recruits that ain't playing for nobody right now. You know what I'm saying? They sitting on the bench. Blaze only has it where only 10 players leave. You know what I mean? So it ain't gonna be much in the portal. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
just
true.
talent wise. You know what I mean? Outside of the schools that's losing their best players, because Blaze is giving them forced wins every week. I mean forced losses every week. So some bum can make the playoffs. But you know, that's it. That's all you're gonna have to choose from is the players from the other schools, and you like the bottom teams aren't gonna have first dibs on those guys. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the top guys, right? Good luck to you guys. That's hoping. Oh, there we go. That's it. Think they're gonna get the best players out of the portal.
I mean, but again, when you say the best players out of the portal, like realistically, this isn't Madden. This is college.
Yeah. You're only for one. If you're not a championship contender, you're not going to be able to see half the players, right? They're gonna have a little lock next to them anyway, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be grayed out. Yeah,
they're gonna be grayed out. So those of you that aren't making bowl games, you might have to take my approach. My approach is don't go after any championship contenders. Don't go. That's just been my thing. I don't go after nobody that got championship contender next to their name, as they whatever, so I can keep them on my team and we can kind of build slowly. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I'm not too much worried about it.
Well, you know that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Is you have realistic expectations.
I am totally aware of what we got ourselves into. You know what I mean?
Right, but I think it goes back to what we were talking about before. You know, with Sprint, and it's his right to do so. You know, to sell his team, but I feel like that's the one thing that Madden and or college can make you feel, which is frustration, and it can really wear on you. And I think at the same time, you know, you got to accept the fact that it is a video game, and what is everybody is competitive. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not saying you should just be playing for fun and you should be no. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be competitive. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be trying to win. I'm not trying to say that, you know, the stakes aren't high. I'm just saying that you have to recognize that you should be enjoying
the game for what it is. And enjoy the game for what it is, man. Some of you guys are going to be able to compete, and some of you guys are going to be able to win, and you guys are going to win money and things like that. And some of you guys are just going to have to enjoy it for what it is, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean?
Like it's just, again, it just speaks to a larger issue, which is if you're expecting the game to play a certain way.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people that don't play Madden that can tell you that there's going to be patches left and right, and that the game is going to be different than when it first dropped. Like it's not like it's a big ass secret. No, and you and I talked about this earlier in the week. You know, we were talking about addiction. Well, I mean, he did kind of.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we talked about how addictive certain video games are. And so, you know, you have to understand that if that's the goal when you create a video game is to make it addictive, that it's not going to play a certain way because that doesn't make it addictive. And so, you know, good pressure there. If you want to have success in Madden and, you know, college, then, you know, you gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for it.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna simply say this, Philly guy.
All right.
I'm gonna simply say this. Those of you guys that aren't in the top 25, this is what you have to do. Because change is coming, Philly. Change is coming. There's new season, new day. I can't go into the details, but there's gonna be a lot of people perturbed. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Hey, trust me, Philly. There's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be an uproar. It might be a mutiny. You know
I
what I'm
do
saying?
trust.
But
I do
when
trust.
these changes happen, you're gonna say, you know what, I like this. You're gonna say I like this. I'm gonna say, you know what, this makes more sense. We should have been doing this from jump. And then you're gonna have guys that say, you know what, man, I don't want to. I'm gonna say, shut your bitch ass up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what I do. You know what I mean? So, but to those guys that's gonna be crying and feeling away and in your feelings, you'll have your opportunity to be on the other side of the spectrum, and you can also benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think this is the only way to make it make sense. We're gonna see what happens, and they're gonna cry.
I mean, that's to be expected, and I do trust you. And I'm excited because my perspective on these games, it does change. It goes from playing a game a certain way, and playing a game a different way, and playing a game another game, playing another way, playing another way, and I'm just like,
At the end of
there's
the
a lot
day,
of games.
It's
There's a
football.
lot of games that don't match up to what we did in the past, and people can say what they want to say, like, oh, it didn't have this and that feature or whatever. But I'm like, but gameplay, it felt different.
No, the game feels
No.
totally the gameplay feels totally different from last year. Last year there was a plethora of ways to win the game. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
This year it kind of got like, okay, you can win maybe a couple of ways, but defensively, offensively, you're gonna see a lot of the guys majority running the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. It's a copycat league. You know what I mean? And we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, it's still fun. I still have fun playing the game. I still have fun watching the games when they're competitive. But I'm just tired of the patty cake, man. It's not enough dogs in the league for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough dogs in the league for me, man. We started off. I seen some dogs getting here. T. Davis was one of those dogs that was consistently in the thick of things. Didn't too much care for friendships or patty caking in the chat, but he ended up leaving because of, I guess he had other things to take care of. But he was one of those guys that I enjoyed in the league because he was competitive. He held it down. He didn't patty cake around, and that's that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it's not that it should be factored in and considered, but you have to consider, and I know you always do. You got to consider who's in the league. You got to consider what their motivations are. As we see another interception.
We knew this was coming, though, man. We knew this was coming.
Well, for this game, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, because I know if I was playing against Florida State, they wouldn't have made that throw. They wouldn't have made that throw.
Like I said, I've been asking Dimes every day, where do I sit in his winnings? You know what I'm saying? He's been ignoring me. He's been ignoring me, asking him where I'm going. But I'm asking him this because, in my opinion, outside of Scotty, the rest of these dudes are just laying down.
Well, I think the reason he didn't answer is because he's mad at you.
Oh, that's what I thought
he was counting on this money before Christmas.
Why is he mad at me? I didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, but Blaze is the commissioner, but everybody looks to you.
No, they don't look to me. Listen. I don't do anything involving college.
That's not true. The money doesn't come to Blaze. The money comes to you.
No, the money goes to the company. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But it's not.
But what I'm saying is this: is that end of the day.
Yeah.
The only thing they're looking for me for is when it's time to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I start ignoring people when it's time to get paid, because I've been asking you where I send this money, and then when it's time to send the money, you say, oh, you can send it here, and then I ignore you. You would feel some kind of way, wouldn't you? But
I mean, absolutely. I mean, but I think it should be commensurate with, what I'm experiencing. So, let's say that I hit you up. I'm like, hey, B James, XYZ PDQ. right? And 3 weeks go by. And then you finally decide to respond to me. Well, guess what? You've set the table. You've set the tone. 3 weeks. So now you gotta wait 3 weeks.
Nah, I ain't waiting 3 weeks. Oh, no, that's what you said. So, yeah, exactly. So, I'll wait. Whoever wins, I'll make them, if they didn't respond to me, I'll make them wait 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's called the Code of Hammurabi.
Yeah,
An eye for an eye.
I get it. That makes perfect sense. So, that's what I'll do. Instead of asking, I'll just wait 3 weeks to ask him again.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. That makes sense.
You have to make people respect your time. It's a slippery slope.
Slippery slope, Philly. I get it. I got it. So that's what we'll do. Do the payout 3 weeks from now.
And for those of you that are interested, there's a couple things going on. The Falcons are falling apart, and the Rams are making their move, man. They're making their move. All right. So what are we looking like in terms of when this next potential playoff game could be played? How do I make sure I don't miss that?
They haven't set a time yet.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, they haven't set a time. But if I'm not in the Discord, how do I make sure I don't miss the playoff action?
Just hit that follow button, and when we go live, you'll get a chance to see the action as it happens, and we'll be here to broadcast it for you and things like that. So,
all right, cool. That sounds like a plan. And then, are we going to get, these announcements that you're talking about? Are we going to be getting them, during the championship game, after the championship game? When is the bombshell?
The bombshell that we dropping, we ain't going to even tell you what's happening. You'll just see it when the time comes.
All right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Just know that nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. You know what I'm saying? So
I like it. You bringing Pennywise in the league.
Bringing awesome. Pennywise into the league, bro.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
With that being
said,
hey, Jerry's a great show. I'm not sure if you finished up the last few episodes of Stranger Things, but it's getting kind of hectic. You know what I mean?
It is. But I will say this, and I told you this before. I feel like the show would be more impactful if they were kids instead of grown ass adults. But there's one more episode, man. There's one more episode left, and it's coming out 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah. And the third episode of Fallout. Yeah, man. It's a lot of good stuff going on. So.
All right, man. So we got tomorrow. I guess tomorrow sometime we'll have tomorrow, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. We'll have King versus Scotty whenever they decide to play. Memphis Doug is in here shaking his head as he should be, totally disappointed. But at some point, you're gonna have to take the reins as the alpha in your group. You can't always be a toxic boy. You're gonna have to be a toxic man one day, and you're gonna have to take the helm of that group and say, you know what, enough is enough. I want to get paid the big bucks too. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I don't think he's ready to leave yet.
No, it ain't about leaving. It's about just taking the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking the lead.
You can't take the lead if you're not the lead of the toxic boys. It's not. It doesn't work like that.
Listen. So you tell Dimes you want to be Beyonce sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? Say I want to be Beyonce. I want to be the front. I want to lead a song. You know what I'm saying? He said we got a young team. Best of the playoffs twice last year. We will do it again soon. Okay, we'll see, man. We'll see. But nonetheless, recruiting is gonna be fun. I'm enjoying recruiting. I'm enjoying the transfer portal. But I have a recommendation to you all. If you're at the bottom, you want to keep your players and keep them from landing in the transfer portal. Although it doesn't hit us that bad, you want to keep the players that. You want to get the players that are non-championship contender players, and that way you don't have to worry about them leaving. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you get, and if they got pro potential, make sure you just perform in those areas if they got pro potential. But outside of that, you can control everything else.
Yeah, you can.
So with that being said, man, We'll be back tomorrow with more action. The league will be advancing once those games are scheduled for the next round. When the championship game is scheduled, we'll advance to the championship round. We'll be doing that in the playoffs. So, because these guys tend to schedule games in the middle of the night and play the wee hours of the morning. so we'll be doing that. So once games are scheduled, we'll start advancing to those rounds once games are scheduled. So with that being said, we are out of here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.